Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Now this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. The Eagles at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Loose inside the 30. Dalvin Cook, touchdown, Philadelphia. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders
at their 25-yard line.
And Hal will throw it.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets into the 30. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Full right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
Samuel gets him a first, and he's somebody's valued for more than just his receiving work. Sure, he had over 600 yards, but he also had almost 200 rushing yards, and the team loves using him as an additional ball carrier.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Washington.
That one caught by the tight end Bates.
Touchdown, Washington. John Bates, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
On 1st down, Howell.
Buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete.
Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season, but boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Third and 2. Here's Howell. Back to Gibson and another catch for him.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing, and he does exactly that. Picks up the 1st down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer. Picks it up for the 1st down.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Pass incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Howell looking to throw again. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Eagles 14, Commanders 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and back that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long.
3rd and long. Here's Howell. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throw into the hands of Rager.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
Well, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
And the Commanders come up now 1st and 10.
At the 20.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here.
A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Incredible to Graham. So long a key face of the Eagles defense. Came off serious injury and had a career-high 11 sacks last year. The Eagles, just the 4th team ever with 70 sacks in a season.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Samuel in motion.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Tyree Gillespie. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Second down and 6 now.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Throwing is Hurts.
Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! A.J. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Second down throw for Howell.
Flush to his right.
That one downfield for Dotson.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Got some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
One last shot before the break. Howell.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Keely Ringo picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd and 10. Second down, Howell now. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
13 yards there at a Washington first.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Gibson again.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now Howell.
And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Now Cook running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Smith catches left side. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Hurts to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Hey, Silver. Hey!
Hurts.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Montez Sweat in good form there as he sacks another quarterback. And he's in good form in 2022 as well. Put up 8 sacks coming off of an injury-shortened campaign the year prior.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Back to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far. And that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're going to motion Dotson to the left. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell.
As he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had it.
And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks him. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down and a yard. This ball complete to Rager.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Looking to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
Hey, 73, 73.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's going to be sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He completes this to Cole Turner.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
First down, Commanders.
Faking the handoff, Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here now, 2nd and 4. And once more, Howell back to the air.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 1st down, Hurts looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Now Hurts changing up the play.
63.
From the 40 now on second down. Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. The 20. 5. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Now the Washington offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. Howell throwing for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Tariq Carpenter. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, I think Washington got it. Yes, they did. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Commanders' first down.
Howell down to throw it. That one complete out to Dotson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the Eagles' 39-yard line.
Now Howell. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught by Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 23 yards the pickup there.
His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Hey, easy, 63, bang.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
2nd down throw for Howell.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by James Bradbury.
It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score. Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Cook is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on the win with that score.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Howell with one final shot.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So flying Eagles fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Eagles, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper.